Welcome, good evening. For those of you who do not know what I do, mesdames et messieurs, good evening, bonsoir. For celui-là et les autres qui ne savent pas qu'est-ce que je fais, moi non plus. For those who don't know what I'm doing, neither do I. But what I'm doing, while I'm doing it, is what I do is find out little teeny little things that create a consistency within creation. And although I don't give you all the numbers that tell you the whole story of life, I show you how things are done. Now we're going to start out with the face. We're going to start out with the face of this, okay? Just on the calculator. I want to show you on the calculator that when we reverse 1, 4, and 7 to 7, 4, and 1, it becomes 8, 8, and 8. If we multiply each number in its own row, 7 times 1 becomes 7. 4 times 4 becomes 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 7 and 1 again. 7 times 1 is 7. We have 7, 7, and 7, or 8, 8, and 8. And that is our vibration. It stands for September and October. There is more to the months than actually of what you see. Because September sounds like 7 in French. October is the octagon 8, in which you go O-C-T-O. The C-T can be the cent, or the penny spirit, the copper that makes the connection between your soul, the soles of your feet, and the ground, the earth that we walk on, that penetrates through us. It's a vibration that you say, oh my God, I can't believe it. This is here, this happened, I can't believe I was lucky. It's all faith of action. It's within the matrix. It's built individually for each and every one of us. So we're going to go on now to 3, 6, and 9. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 6 times 6 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 2 and 7 again is 9. So we have 7, 7, 7 equaling to 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 9, 9, 9, which equals to 27. 2 and 7 is 9. We have 3 and 9. Peyton Manning, number, the crisscross or the Passover of Herbert and Hoover Dam, 31st and 13th president later, Barack Obama, and Gold Bond medicated. That's what they're selling right now on the commercials, along with Copper Tone and Old Spice. Okay, we're going to go on here now, and I'm not sure where the other ones are, but the one that's missing here is 2, 5, and 8. Here's 2, 5, and 8. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. 8 and 2 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. 8 by 2 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 5 by 5 is 25. 2 and 5 is 7. 2 times 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 plus 6, 1 times 6 equals 6. And then 7, the spirit of 76. If we go down and we look, okay, and we go 7, okay, because how can I show you this? Let me turn this over the page. Just give me a second. I had it all prepared, but I lost something. Yet when we go over it, when we go 7 and 6, okay, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 plus 6 equals 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals 10, and 7 is 17. 1 and 17. 1 and 7 is 8. So we have 4, 8, and 4 is what we get. 4 by 8 is 32. 4 and 8 is 12. 32 and 12 is 44. So we have 44, 44, 44, 4, 4, and 4 is 8. Now, the special thing about 4, 7, and 4, okay, in fact, that's what the price of chickens were on special today, is that 4 times 7 is 28, and 28 days in February. 4 and 7 is the TH for the time heaven, and it also stands for the first part of Einstein. How does it figure? E is the 5th letter, I is the 9th letter. 9 and 5 is 14, which is the letter N. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 times 4 is 28, equals 39. 3rd letter is C. 9th letter is I. IC or CI when you add them together, okay, and you bring them out, it becomes S and T. Because 20th letter, when you bring them the closest together, the furthest apart, we're in the first section with C and I. When we go into section 2, okay, we end up with 20 and 17. Is that what it is? 20 and 17? No, 20 and 19, which is 39. Or in the seventh inning stretch where there's 18 outs and 21 outs, it's R and U saying the street. So when we have S and T after EIN, we have Ein, ST, and then again it's 747, so we'd say Einstein. And the same thing for 1776, it's figured out the same way. Somehow in their numbers, okay, they have created a perfect number system. I can't even explain it. Even going as far as what's up or Watson, Watson or Watson, or the hat of one. What the one wears of his hat that he wears is what he does in his life, what he supports in his thoughts. The other thing I'm working on right now, okay, first of all, let me finish off with what I did here. So we ended up with 777 equals 3, 999 equals 9, and then 777 equals 3, we end up with 393. 3 by 9 is 27, 3 plus 9 is 12, 27 and 12 is 39 again. So we end up with 3993. 9 and 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, and the same thing goes again. We end up with 2112 and the end of the world, because it is the end of the world. Now we're going on to 31. 1 and 3, 3 and 1, 1 minus 3 is 2, 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 and 4 are double D's and D's, because R, P, D, and B all have to do with the same family, which in Greek they would make a little triangle or a V shape. The V shape is a 5. This is 5, this is 11. These are the two fingers in between. This is the A and E. This is 2, 3, and 4. This is J, O, B, C, and D. The first three letters in the E family, where the consonant comes first and the vowel comes second, not like the A and the E, which is first of each of its side. A and E, 1 and 5. The 15th letter is O. Plus A and E equals 21. The letter U. If you want to know about luck, L, U, and C, it's 3, 3, and 3. Again, 21, 21, and 12. L, U, it means to look in French, or last December. Here's the part about the B's I was showing you with the D's on the inside. Here's the railway. You see the way one track goes one way, one track goes the other way? It's the same thing with Torah in Hebrew, where we roll and unroll. But because of the closures here in the S, there is no unrolling. It's a one-track world, okay, that we live in for the dollar sign. And this is supposed to represent the Torahs that open and pass through the year and come back to the beginning, in which the dollar sign does not. If you take a look inside of here, there's a D. If you take a look in here, there's a 1, and on this side it is a C. DC1. DC Comics, 3 and 4, 1, 3, and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to 19, and the spirit of the moon. The other thing is now the planets. There's 7 out of 9 planets have the letter U in it, and Earth and Mars do not. 4th and 3rd planet. Go figure. Now we can take the planets and say Mercury. First and last letter says my. Venus, first and last letter says versus. Then Earth, E and H. E and H. Earth, heaven, ETH, if you want to look at it that way. But E and H is the 5 and the 8th letter. 5 and 8 represents TWO. 5 and 8 equals 1 plus 19, both red in roulette, plus 10 and 28, both black in roulette. 10 and 28 equals 38, which is CH heaven, like the Canadians hockey. And 1 and 9 is the spirit of the man on the moon, the communication we have, because when they pull the tides, they're pulling the tides from under your eyes. The moon definitely has a connection. The whole thing has a connection. I wish we could just wake up the world and say, look what's going to happen in the future. We are definitely 100% alive, more alive than you'd ever think. It's doing this now, indecisive indecision, upon my own self, making my own choices, telling you what I think I know, or telling you what comes off of the numbers, not what I believe. My definitions are close to, but I couldn't come any closer than telling you 10 and 9, lightening, light 10, 9, lightening, pay 10, manin, pay 10, man 9. He's number 93. He's now at gold bond medicated. Is this the gold bond we have? We open, we shut our mouth, we never say the right thing at the right time. J and R. Jupiter ends with the R. Or should we just start it with the first 2 letters and the last 2 letters? Saturn, Northeast, P.O. Box, Neptune, and Pluto. 9, Pluto connects to 4, Mars. 4, Mars connects to 3, Earth. 1, Mercury connects to 6, Saturn. 6 Saturn connects to 7 Uranus. 8 Neptune connects to 5 Jupiter. 2 Venus connects to 5 Jupiter. Now, if you go to the roulette table and want to know how they work, 2, 4, 6, and 8 connect together as Venus and Mars and Saturn and Neptune, and they rotate. Now, I'm not sure exactly how. I am no professional, and I do not know a hell of a lot of anything at all. So I have to cut a lot of things that I do short. How can I explain it? I can't, so we're not going to go there. And then the other world that I keep coming back to is that 4 in French is quatre. I mean, it's so big the way they came around and they showed the end of the world has to end with the English. But in all reality, it's the Parisian French and the French that are on top of the world. That's the way I see it. That's why I guess here in Quebec, they're so strong about the French, because I'm telling you one thing, at certain times when I get it, the numbers say whether or not it's feminine or masculine inside the word. And the word from 40 to 49, it's all about Q. When you say the word 80, okay, you're actually saying in French 4 and 20, or 424. And it says 84. And 84, if you listen to it in French, it's 84, QVQ. Now, the V can be taken in the value of a V as a 5 in Roman numerals. A Q is the 17th. And the second Q is 17. 17 and 17 is 34 and 5. Again, 39. 13, 13, 13. And not only that, 9 by 3 is 27. 3 and 9 is 12. We're back to 39. What happens with the number that we took it from originally was 84, and 84, 4 by 8 and 4 plus 8 equals to 44, and that's Barack Obama, the last president before the new world comes in. And I'm going to show you one little thing, if I have it here. Yeah, here, it's right here. This over here, when we start off counting 1 to 5, each number adds up to 15. If we add the 6 here like on the dice, it makes 21. You add the 7 number, it becomes the 28 moons. You add the 8 number and start connecting, because after piano, don't forget this is center C. Center C in here becomes 7.5. Next year, Hebrew New Year's is 5775. Don't look at this. We don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at the pigs or the pigeons that are all over Europe, and every single television show that we see, it's right here. But what I will show you is, if you think pi will not and cannot be broken, this is pi. I'm not finished. I have at least 600 more numbers to go. But I'm going to show you the small rotation. These are the numbers in pi, 2, 8, and 6, okay, which are my numbers, 72, 86. And it's very funny that it falls on the 81st number dial. That means there's 9 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And somehow this one's, oh, here's the 8, there's the 9th. And when you do this, 2 over here times 3 is 6. Multiply for pi, you must multiply everything by 3. And all you will see as an answer is 3s, 6s, and 9, and they will repeat. They repeat and they repeat, because you go to bed every single day and you wake up, it's the next day. The area of space you are in, the moment in time, the breathing, the age you are will always be different, but the life you live in and the place you are on earth is always the same. The energy and spirit is always coming in. There's always the earth under your feet, unless you're falling forever, and eventually you'll just have no life left at all if you continue to fall. Anyways, that's stupidity. If you want to look at the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia on Monopoly, there's 2 places of Liberty. And if you look at Liberty, 4 times 4 is 16, P. 4 plus 4 is 8, H. 1 is always in every single item will be 1. So 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 equals 9, I. L. A, 1. Delphia, LED, Delphia. I do not know what it means. I'm not quite sure. I can't figure this out, but it's all in there. And now Bell, number 11. B and E, the same way it sounds. B11, Spirit Angel of Sam, has just bought over a huge radio station. And that is going to change the vibrations forever. Now, is it good or bad that Bell took over? I don't know. I don't know, but what I do know, okay, is whatever I'm doing, it is real. And I can also get into 10. If we go back and we cut it in half, it becomes 5. If we double it, becomes 20. Now, when it's 20, okay, or excuse me, when we get back to 10, the 0 has a value of 15. So automatically 10 says 15 plus 1 plus 15 is 16. The one spirit of man, 6. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is the spirit of 76, 13. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1 is 7. 3 by 4 and 3 plus 4 equals 7 and 12 is 19. Spirit angel of man, Copper Mountain, and we've got the oceans being pulled by the moon. Number 19. 19 by 19 says the earth is turned around one day and it is advanced 1 degree forward. 19 by 19 is 361. 18 by 18, if I remember, is 324. If that's the number, and that's jailhouse of the resident angel of who we are. When it's ER, it could be saying tear, which means earth, or ER means electronic resident, which is the resident angel of who we are. Everything to do with 0, all has to do, anytime you see a 0, it means all of. Like 10 would say, well, from 11 all the way to 19. But 0 has a value to me of 15. Why? Because it's the 15th letter. And then what you say, 0 becomes 11, which is who you are. 6 and 5. 6 and 5 is 2 letters right next to each other, the 5th and the 6th. F. It ends with D. D-E. F. It's all together. Federation. D and E is 4 and 5, 9. E and F is 5 and 6, 11. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Even in the games of casino games, there's answers in it. And get back to one more time over here. 4, 14, okay? Or the torso, whatever you're looking for, or quatre. You can say tres. 3 cats, re. The T, communication, angel transmission. Number 24. The dog is number 26. The dog is the division of the Omega. The gates of Omega. They split because they have to split. One goes to the soul that wakes up in the morning, that does everything, and the other is the spirit. It's a constant. It's always the same spirit. It's only what you do within your own self that causes the spirit to have any meaning at all. I mean, if that's the way you want to look at it. I mean, there's just so many things to do. The Olympic rings, back to the 0 again, and the reason it's 1.5 is because it's 10, and it's either going to be 1 to 5 or 5 to 9. Either it's going to be in the spirit side of 0 or it's going to be in the soul. They come together, all the 9 numbers come together and become whole again. And then there's stuff like this, which is 9, 9, 9, and 9. It's the Monopoly board where 4 go in here and 4 go in here. So if you follow from this corner over here to this corner over here, you get 13. If you only go from here to here, you get 9. 9, 2, and 2 is 9 and 4. Pluto and Mars. Here's where we get the railroad tracks crossing. But look, we have to stop here because there's an in and an out. This is the grinder. I don't know how it works. Over here, you have Pennsylvania Railroad. Here is B&O. Here is short line. And here's reading. Reading is the 5th one. That's why when I showed you the numbers before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals to 15. And then each one after that goes up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, add 25. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, add another 25, and just keep on going. And you've got to keep adding the numbers and keep on going back and forth. Don't forget, I may have been, this started 9 years ago. 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I had this dream, and it was all about numbers, and I was going wacko when I was about 10 or 11 years old. 30 years later, it comes out. And don't think that I can give you all the answers at one time, because I just can't. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I just want to end it at 1919. Thank you.